Hi everybody, I'm Heather Dawson. Welcome to California Life, the news magazine show that brings you the best of California every week. So as always, let's start off with some of the best headlines throughout the state. Well, a recent fossil find in Riverside may help fill in blanks of Southern California's history. Southern California Edison unearthed a trove of animal fossils while digging for a new project. Now, the remains of saber-toothed tigers, ground sloths, and new species of deer are thought to be 1.4 million years old and will provide invaluable insight to scientists' understanding of Southern California during that time period. Well, if you're starting to plan your retirement, you might want to consider a visit to the city of Davis, which ranked among Money Magazine's list of best places to retire in America. And thanks to wine festivals, miles of bike paths, and nearby UC Davis committed to offering lifelong learning courses, it's the perfect place to spend your golden years in the Golden State. Well, junk food and a lack of exercise often lead to obesity, but there's a new link to the common cold. UC San Diego researchers found obese children were 3 times more likely to have been exposed to a common cold virus than those of normal weight. And on a healthier note, San Francisco is leading the nation in a healthy, environmentally way. The city by the Bay earned the title of the nation's best walking city thanks to the 12 agencies the city government devotes just to walking issues.
From smartphones to tablets, our lives are more connected than ever before. And thanks to new technology, we can now gain even more control of our home and help simplify everyday tasks.
Technology's promise has always been to save us time and also save us money.
And one big money-saving upgrade you can make to your home:
upgrade your water heater.
According to GE, water heaters are the second highest energy users in U.S. homes. Tech expert Mario Armstrong recommends switching to the GE 80-gallon GeoSpring hybrid electric water heater.
This is a smart water heater that you can control with a mobile app on your device. You can change the temperature. You can set it to vacation mode if you know you're going to be away. You can adjust the temperature as you need it, and by doing that, that's going to give you more control over the energy it's using.
The GeoSpring is said to be 67% more efficient than a standard electric water heater.
And you can save up to $500 per year just by using this smart water heater.
Plus, you could be eligible for a rebate or other incentive.
You have to plug in your zip code by heading to geospring.com.
Another great way to stay connected to your home when you're on the go is with the remote link monitor from Kidde.
What's really great about this small device, it plugs right into your existing wall outlet in your home. And let's say you're traveling, you're away, you have your phone with you, and smoke is happening in your house in the living room. Kidde, the remote link, will recognize that and will send you a notification to your phone.
If you're interested in keeping an eye on your home with cameras, Armstrong recommends Guardzilla, an easy-to-install, customizable video security system that's accessible from your smartphone.
You can get a live feed. You can even pull up pictures that I've taken. It has night vision as well. And the biggest difference is that it has a siren alarm. Right through the app, I can hit that red panic button and send an audible siren alarm to the camera.
Technology is also designed to make our lives easier. And one way Moen is doing that is with this Motion Sense faucet.
What's really cool about Motion Sense is no need to touch the faucet anymore with my hands or any of the kids' hands.
And if your hands are full,
say you have a pot of greens or something and you want to get water into that pot, you put it right under the faucet and the Ready sensor will pick that up.
And for the perfect pick-me-up while winding down in the bath, check out the Home Network's Bluetooth bath fan.
It's dual stereo speakers. They sound great. It's Bluetooth connectivity. It even comes with its own waterproof remote as well, so you can increase or decrease the volume and change the track if you needed to. You can even change the white LED light to a blue LED light, which is really cool and soothing and relaxing.
Perfect for those times when you want to disconnect. Bringing you the best of technology, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Spinning has quickly become one of the most popular forms of exercise throughout California. It's not unusual to see crowded sessions with famous celebs like Angela Bassett, Kate Hudson, and Julia Roberts. But one studio is taking a different spin on indoor biking. David Wiley takes us to pedal spin.
Spinning has grown in popularity as many of us look for a good calorie-burning workout that's easy on the knees. Indoor biking classes provide an incredible low-impact workout but can be monotonous. But the Pedal Spin Studios are changing all that by combining state-of-the-art stationary bikes with a nightclub atmosphere.
I used to spin all the time at the gym. Could never get a bike, and then there would be a big solid glass wall where everyone was peeking in at you and looking at you. So we wanted to create a very nice, dark atmosphere. I love to dance, I love music, I love the club atmosphere, but it's not realistic to do that all the time. So we want to create an environment that's fun for people. You don't realize how hard you're working out. It's a fun community of people. You're whooping and hollering throughout the whole class, burning a lot of calories. To make it fun.
The low lighting at the Pedal Spin Studios is designed to help the clients feel a little less self-conscious about coming in to work out, and the flashing lights and pumping music add to the fun as instructors take the classes through a high-energy session with riders burning up to 800 calories. But forget the cold, sterile, gym-like feeling. Pedal Spin is meant to be like a second home.
It's not intimidating, first and foremost. Anybody of any shape, size, male, female, from 10 years old to 75 years old can come into this environment and feel welcome. We know them, we make it a point to get to know them. It's not like you're a Jane Doe walking in, you're a Randy or a Chuck or a Trisha that walks in. And I think that's really, really important. The atmosphere is more of a studio dance kind of atmosphere, which it almost feels like you're not really even exercising. So I think that's why we're able to get more people to come in and enjoy the environment that they're in and exercise at the same time.
And the results for Pedal Spin clients are undeniable, like Randy Simonson, who's lost more than 60 pounds.
I had a new granddaughter, and it was Christmas time, and I was pigging out. And I go, if I want to stay with her for a long time, I need to do something. So that January I said, I can't run, I got a bad ankle, so I drove by here and stopped in, and low impact, it's been great. Lose weight, tone up, a lot of inches.
And the benefits of spinning classes at Pedal Spin aren't just physical, but have had positive emotional effects for clients going through serious health challenges like breast cancer.
Coming here has just really encouraged me to take control of my health. That, it gave me that empowerment that I really needed with the help of the trainers that are here. And my muscle mass has built, my emotional well-being has gotten stronger.
Pedal Spin is unique in how it approaches exercise, and their concept is catching on, with studios open in Claremont, Montrose, and Rancho Cucamonga, with a fourth studio opening soon in Valencia.
Come try it out. Your first class is free. You have nothing to lose. We'll make you feel real good, make sure you feel really comfortable. No need to be intimidated. It's nice and dark in here. It's a lot of fun. You can go at your own pace. No one ever knows how hard you're working. So you can make it really, really easy or really, really hard. You have nothing to lose, but lots of calories.
Pedal Spin offers a variety of plans and takes bike reservations for all its spinning classes. For more information on Pedal Spin, go to their website at pedalspinstudio.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Live.
And after the break, we'll tell you why Hilary Duff and Drew Carey are going back to college. We'll also take you inside one of Hollywood's best-kept secrets to show you how the stars get an edge in the business. And find out how the late Ray Charles celebrated his 80th birthday in style. It's all coming up next in entertainment. On what would have been his 80th birthday, Ray Charles joined the likes of past presidents Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan with his own namesake library in South Los Angeles. The Ray Charles Memorial Library is housed in the studio Charles built in the early 60s, where visitors could sing along with Charles. Well, ironically enough, the social network stars Justin Timberlake, Andrew Garfield, and Jesse Eisenberg revealed that they don't use Facebook. Jesse, who plays Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg in the film, explained he used to interact on the social networking site, but not anymore. Justin has a team to run his Facebook fan page. Well, Reeve Carney credits our next profile for his vocal training. This week, our very own David Wiley introduces us to one of the best-kept secrets in Hollywood, vocal coach Valerie Morehouse.
The entertainment world is one of the most competitive industries there is. That's why it pays to have an edge. For many professional singers and performers, that edge comes in the form of Valerie Morehouse, one of the leading vocal instructors in Los Angeles. Valerie's clients have used her teaching, expertise, and insight to land some of the most coveted roles on stage and screen. Most of us probably don't think about what it takes to be a great singer, but Valerie says the process is not unlike that of a world-class athlete.
You cannot go out and be an athlete. You cannot be a pro in anything you do unless you train. You get your body built, you get your muscles going. You have to be in shape, you have to be fit. And if these singers are not fit and they're not in shape, they're looking for a whole bunch of heartache, because when they go out to do a record or they've got material to work on or they're doing tours, if they're not feeling good and they're not loving their job and enjoying the moment, if you're in a constant state of worry about your instrument, you're not really living your dream. You're not really having fun. When they learn the technique, they've got the tools that they need.
Whoever Valerie's working with, she says one thing is always needed.
Patience is everything. Knowing that you have to train and you have to put the pedal to the metal. Reeve in particular is a great story. He came to me a few years back and said, I don't want to train, I'm worried you're going to change my voice, I'm worried that Interscope won't like what they're going to hear. And I said, Reeve, you're a man, I'm going to make you bionic. That's the only difference. You're this shiny toolbox and you've got no tools inside of it. We need all the tools in place to build the house. So the more you know, the more equipped you are to go out. And if you want to sing dirty one night, you know, that's fine with me. But if you're not feeling great, you have the tools and you have the training to pull from, so you can go night after night after night.
And despite his reluctance at first, Reeve, who just landed the lead role as Peter Parker in Spider-Man the Musical on Broadway, has had great success. But his success came as the result of a lot of hard work.
At first lesson, I was pretty nervous because I was just really, I had my guard up, I guess. But once we started really working on things, you know, it's more like having more tools in your toolbox than anything else. And I guess I never thought of it like that, but the fact is I have many more tools now that I never imagined I would have had. And I can't wait to keep studying over the years to see where it goes from here, because the results for me have been pretty drastic.
Valerie admits that as an instructor, she is part teacher and part therapist. That's because singing is such a personal thing that outside issues like fatigue and stress from everyday life can influence it. She also works with ear, nose, and throat doctors to better understand the best course of teaching for those performers who may be struggling physically.
I work a lot with singers that have polyps, nodules, pre and post surgery, rehabilitation. We try to keep them out of surgery. That's the goal. We try to keep them healthy, but I get a lot of singers with issues where we have to be in that rehabilitating stage. And you need to work very closely with these doctors to find out what's going on with them. Can I train them a little harder this week? Do we need to put them on the voice rest? Do we need to pull back? So if your coach or your teacher is not really closely involved with that person's doctor, there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of misfires, and you're responsible for that person's instrument. That's a big deal. I'm very, very passionate about it, and we get great results.
This is Valerie, girls. She is one of LA's top vocal coaches.
Now the competition really begins.
Mariella just needs to bring a little bit more of herself to the music and a little bit more of her personality. You're always there giving me all you've got. That.
To learn more about Valerie and how to take advantage of her industry-leading training, you can call her at the number on the screen or visit her website. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
And coming up next, we show you a school that's beating the odds with improved test scores thanks to a dramatic shift in the way students learn. Next. A new approach to education has brought some new life to a struggling small-town school district here in California. David Wiley has more.
Oro Grande is a small community in the Mojave Desert, founded by a cement company more than 100 years ago. In Spanish, Oro Grande means big gold, and here at Riverside Prep, they have certainly struck gold when it comes to education. 5 years ago, most of the students in the Oro Grande School District were testing 2 to 3 years below their current grade level. But with the formation of Riverside Prep under the supervision of Superintendent Kim Moore, those numbers have changed dramatically.
And one of the best ways to do that is by providing students with experiences around those concepts. And so we do a lot of project-based learning here, and we train our teachers in great depth in how to produce that kind of learning. And our students, when they then engage in the material and they look at concepts, they're looking at them in a hands-on, very personal type of way, so that the material becomes interesting, it's fun to deal with.
Specifically, it's called project-based learning, and it's used on the elementary, middle school, and high school campuses at Riverside Prep. Students do hands-on projects to enhance the learning process, whether it's mapping the human circulatory system, or recreating an ancient structure, or building a model of the human lung.
And this is basically just a diagram showing you how the lungs in your body work. So doing a project like this really helps you understand how the body functions and works.
And that project-based learning is effective at all ages, like first graders learning about art.
The kids today are working on a mural that they're creating. They just finished learning about Diego Rivera, a Mexican muralist. And so now they're taking his artwork and they each have a piece of it and they're replicating that piece, and then they're going to put them all back together to create the mural.
And that same project-based learning philosophy can also be found at the high school level in an advanced robotics class.
If they're reading about robots, they're not able to come up with their own inventions. Here, they're given a task, they become familiar with their tools, and it's up to them to use those tools to complete the task.
In addition to the project-based learning, Riverside Prep also puts a heavy emphasis on music and technology, with students required to take classes in both subjects. All this does mean longer 8-hour school days, but no homework. And while Riverside Prep does have tougher standards than most of its counterparts, enrollment demand continues to grow, with work already underway on a new 60-acre campus. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley from Oro Grande for California Life.
No one wants to sign up for pneumococcal pneumonia. Trust me.
NFL legend Terry Bradshaw is lending his fame to a campaign called All About Your Boom. In this case, your boom is your energy, which lets you pursue your goals and live life to the fullest. The awareness effort targets baby boomers 65 and older.
I am a boomer for sure, and I just turned 70, and so the campaign is about pneumococcal pneumonia, and God knows I'm susceptible to get that.
The PSA features Bradshaw explaining the symptoms and the pitfalls of pneumonia and encourages boomers to get vaccinated.
You know how men are, we tend to I don't want to do that. But I go to the doctor and I make sure that I get checked up and that make sure that I'm okay, that I can take the pneumococcal vaccine, which I do, because it's just a lot I want to do.
To learn more about the campaign and watch the PSA, visit allaboutyourboom.com. This is Janet Charles reporting.
Roughly 85% of women with advanced ovarian cancer will have a recurrence. Thanks to treatment advances, more women are able to maintain remission.
Fortunately for me, when I wrapped up that 9 months of chemo, things had changed. There were advancements made in treatment options, and I was told that I would be a perfect candidate for maintenance therapy. I was overjoyed. That's why we're here today with Tesaro to talk about these treatment options.
I think that the news today, as Ann mentioned, is that while she was being treated, new treatments became approved for maintenance therapy, and she was able to take advantage of that. And I too would consider use of an oral, once-a-day drug called Zejula to help maintain remission.
Patients should talk to their treatment oncologist to learn more about medication side effects, risks, and benefits. Learn more at Zejula.com.
That'll do it this week. And remember, if you missed any part of our show, you can always go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter, where we bring you the best of California.